I miss him. I miss him so much, like many of us do. I love him. I wish he was here with Gigi. I really do. But I think he'll be proud. And he was looking forward to this moment. So, love you, brother.
We all felt the same way. It just wasn't the same not having Kobe Bryant there to win his Pau Gasol's jersey retired. But it was only right that he's next to Kobe's number 24 jersey. They will always be linked together. As Kobe has mentioned before, this is an honor that Gasol truly deserved, and it's something that this decorated franchise wouldn't just give to anyone, but he did more than enough to be considered one of the greatest Lakers ever. That is a pretty serious accomplishment that forces the NBA world to give him his proper respect. When you look at everything he has accomplished, for me, it's a no-brainer to consider him one of the 75 greatest players ever. His official ranking, I'll give later on in the video. But here's the case for this future Hall of Famer. To start off, it was a value that he brought to the Lakers from the moment he arrived. They immediately became title contenders. With Gasol in the lineup, the Lakers went 22-5 to finish the regular season in 2008, and only lost 3 games on their road to the finals. Then the following season, the Lakers won 65 games and they finished the season with a championship. The Lakers also never lost more than consecutive games until March 7th of 2010. Gasol was certainly a big reason for their enormous success. During the first 4 full seasons with the Lakers, he led the team in win shares. In fact, from 2009 to 2012, he finished in the top 10 in the league in win shares. That includes one season where he had the second highest total and one season where he had the 4th highest total. He brought the Lakers a European flair that they fully embraced, and it was part of the reason why they were so successful. The NBA at the time labeled it as soft. More than 10 years later, and that's the style that dominates the NBA today. He fits so seamlessly with the Lakers because he was a perfect fit for the triangle offense. The main advantage that he had over the rest of the league was that he was one of the most skilled post players. He would use his array of moves in the post to score over any defender. He could score with either hand around the basket, spin past his defender on the block, and hit jump shots from anywhere within the arc. The opposing teams had to respect his scoring abilities, but it was his passing skills that might have been his biggest strength. It wasn't just his ability to deliver passes right on target to put his teammates in the perfect position to score easy baskets, but it was also his grasp of the importance of timing and spacing. It's what makes him so unique for his position. But what truly makes him one of the greatest players ever was his immense playoff contributions. In the 2009 playoffs, he produced a win shares of 4.28, which is currently the 24th highest mark in NBA history. In 2010, he produced a playoff win shares of 4.25, which is the 28th highest mark ever. What he did in that 2010 playoff run was his most memorable for Laker fans, which is why he appeared in my video where I counted down the top 10 greatest playoff runs by a co-star. He averaged 19.6 points per game on 54% shooting, 11.1 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per game, and 2.1 blocks per game. We remember the times during their 2010 title run when Kobe struggled with his shot. But even during the times when he was shooting under 40% from the field, the Lakers would still find a way to win those games. A lot of it had to do with Gasol's offensive performance. His efficiency from the field was instrumental in defeating strong defensive teams like the Celtics and the Thunder. On top of that, his strong interior defense set the tone for the Lakers, who rode their defense to the championship. And that's another underrated aspect that we need to discuss. But before we talk about his defensive play, we can't tell the story of Pau Gasol without mentioning how in the 2008 finals, he was physically overmatched by Kevin Garnett. Although he already had a complete game, he needed to cultivate that killer's mentality if they wanted to get past that tough team. Kobe Bryant surely played his part in that, and that prepared him to play well in the following 2 finals matchups against the Orlando Magic and Boston Celtics. Let's first talk about the way Gasol defended Dwight Howard. Everyone was expecting Howard to dominate the series, the same way he dominated against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Pau Gasol defending Dwight Howard was expected to be a huge advantage for Orlando, but Gasol's defense was masterful. According to ESPN, Dwight Howard was held to 4 of 10 shooting when guarded one-on-one by Gasol. And in Game 5, Gasol was a primary defender on Howard for 38 possessions. In those 38 possessions, Howard didn't make a single field goal, and he went to the free throw line only once. This goes to show you that you could no longer beat this team by out-muscling them, as Gasol made a conscious effort to get stronger in the offseason. He was finally getting rid of the unfair criticism that he was soft. Then we have his performance in the 2010 finals. Many of the Celtics players from that 2010 team were able to confirm that Gasol seemed different compared to how he played in the 2008 series. They mentioned that he was a lot tougher mentally, and you couldn't take him out of the game by being physical with him. They all agreed that it was all thanks to the leadership of Kobe. So in Game 7, where the intensity and the physicality of that game were through the roof, he showed that he was much more than just a finesse player. When it was time to get down and dirty, he was more than capable of playing that style. He even had more offensive rebounds than all the Celtics players combined. Gasol became a champion and a legend after that performance. If all this doesn't convince you, then surely his all-time rankings for various statistical categories will be the icing on the cake. He is in the exclusive 20,000 points and 10,000 rebounds club. He ranks 29th all-time in win shares, 30th all-time in offensive win shares in value over replacement player rating, 39th in defensive win shares, and 47th in box plus minus. The numbers speak for themselves, and that is why he ended up being ranked as the 66th greatest player of all time, according to the all-time greatest NBA book. You just couldn't deny that the Lakers would have never won those 2 titles without Pau Gasol. And that jersey that's up there in the old Staples Center will always be a reminder of what he meant for those championship teams.